The power hidden in your thoughts. Introduction. Your thoughts have the potential to impact every aspect of your life, including your achievements, health, happiness, and even obstacles. The thoughts you choose to cultivate have the power to bring about the reality you want. This may sound unbelievable, but in The Power of Thought, Henry Thomas Hamblin examines just that. Hamblin pushes us to re-evaluate the real source of power, the ideas we believe on a daily basis, in a world where we frequently feel helpless against circumstances beyond our control. We tend to underestimate the immense influence our thoughts have over our lives. We believe that fate, luck, or the actions of others dictate the course of our days, yet Hamblin reveals a deeper truth. The thoughts we entertain, whether positive or negative, act like the architects of our reality, quietly shaping everything from the opportunities that come our way to the way we feel inside. It's easy to see success and failure as the result of hard work or chance, but Hamblin reminds us that our inner world, the thoughts we nurture, play an equally crucial role in determining our outer world. Imagine if the power to change your life was already in your hands, and all you needed was to harness the energy of your thoughts. By mastering this simple yet profound concept, Hamblin argues, you can unlock success, health, and joy. The mind, he teaches, is not merely a passive observer of life, but an active participant that molds and directs the course of our experiences. If you've ever felt stuck in a rut, overwhelmed by life's challenges, or yearning for something more, this might be the most powerful insight you've yet to discover. The beauty of it lies in its simplicity. By understanding and controlling your thoughts, you hold the key to transforming every area of your life. What if your next step towards success was not a new job or more money, but a new way of thinking? That is the tantalizing promise of the power of thought, a path to a richer, fuller life, all by changing what happens in your mind. This audiobook draws from the teachings of Thomas Hamblin, as presented in his renowned work, The Power of Thought. Chapter 1. Thought, the architect of your reality. Henry Ford, the guy who transformed the automobile business, told one of the most amazing transformation stories at the beginning of the 20th century. Ford was born into a modest farming family and began with very little, so his success wasn't just due to luck or wealth. It was Ford's cognitive process that distinguished him from many others. Ford had a different vision at a time when many people thought cars were just a passing fad. In his well-known statement, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." This straightforward yet deep statement captures a potent truth. Our thoughts create our reality, and we can change our lives by intentionally guiding them. Ford's rise to success was not free of obstacles. He faced repeated failures, including several bankruptcies, before the Ford Motor Company became a success. But what made Ford persevere where others might have given up was his unwavering belief in his ability to succeed. It wasn't just that he worked harder than everyone else, though he did. It was that he refused to let failure dictate the limits of what he could achieve. His mind was set on success, and it was that internal resolve, those persistent thoughts of possibility, that ultimately reshaped his external reality. This idea highlights an essential truth about life. The thoughts you hold, whether conscious or subconscious, are the architects of your reality. They are not passive. They act as the foundation of every action you take and every experience you encounter. Much like Ford, whose visionary thoughts led to the creation of an industry, you too are constantly building the world around you through the thoughts you dwell on. The world we see around us is, in many ways, a reflection of the collective thought of humanity. Each person, through their thinking, contributes to the creation of their individual circumstances and, by extension, the world at large. What you think, you become. This statement might seem simple on the surface, but it holds profound implications. Every thought is a seed, and whether it grows into something positive or negative depends entirely on what kind of thought it is. Positive, constructive thoughts lead to actions that build a life of success, health, and happiness. Conversely, negative or fearful thoughts create barriers sabotaging your potential for growth and success. Thoughts are not isolated to the mind. They eventually manifest in the physical world as actions, habits, and life circumstances. Consider your own life for a moment. Have you ever noticed that when you're filled with negative thoughts, whether it's self-doubt, fear, or anger, the circumstances around you seem to worsen? Problems multiply, stress increases, and nothing seems to go your way. Now think about a time when you felt confident, optimistic, and determined. Did you notice how things seemed to align, opportunities appeared, and you felt capable of achieving your goals? This is no coincidence. What happens internally in your mind directly impacts what unfolds externally in your life. To take control of this process, it is essential to become conscious of the thoughts you habitually entertain. Are your thoughts empowering you, or are they holding you back? Most people suffer from discord in their lives because their thoughts are in conflict with the natural order of the universe, which is harmonious and constructive. We live in a world that responds to the vibrations of our thoughts, and if we align those thoughts with harmony, peace, and success, the universe will respond in kind. But if our thoughts are filled with fear, resentment, or negativity, we will continue to encounter those very things in our lives. The challenge, then, is to observe the nature of your thinking. Are you feeding your mind with thoughts of possibility, growth, and abundance? Or are you caught in a loop of negative self-talk and limiting beliefs? Changing our thoughts is not a quick fix. It's a practice that requires conscious effort. But by shifting our mental focus, by cultivating thoughts that are aligned with our highest aspirations, we can gradually reshape our reality, just as Ford did. Your thoughts are the blueprints of your life. Whether you are building a life of fulfillment or a life of struggle depends on the quality of the thoughts you entertain. Reflect on the thoughts that dominate your mind. They are, quite literally, the architects of your future. If you want to change your reality, start by changing the way you think today. Chapter 2. Your Mind's Secret. Partner, the Subconscious. Imagine an iceberg floating in the ocean. Above the surface, only a small portion is visible, the tip. This is your conscious mind, the part of your awareness that deals with everyday tasks, decisions, and logical thinking. However, below the surface lies the massive, unseen bulk of the iceberg, and this represents your subconscious mind, a vast, powerful force constantly shaping your actions, habits, and reality. Though it operates behind the scenes, the subconscious is far more influential than most of us realize. The conscious mind is what we use to gather knowledge, reason through problems, and make decisions. It's what allows us to learn from books, conversations, and experiences. Every decision, conclusion, or idea that passes through your conscious mind gets stored in the subconscious like programming instructions being sent to a machine. Once received, the subconscious mind quietly takes over, shaping your behavior, your responses, and even your body's functions based on these inputs. It is responsible for everything from automatic bodily processes like breathing to deeper aspects of your personality and habits. And yet, for all its power, the subconscious mind doesn't reason or question. It simply obeys. This is where the dynamic interplay between your conscious and subconscious becomes crucial. Whatever thoughts and beliefs your conscious mind consistently entertains are absorbed by your subconscious, whether those thoughts are positive or negative. It acts as the faithful servant, carrying out the commands it is given without judgment. For example, if you repeatedly tell yourself that you're not capable of achieving something, your subconscious mind will accept this as a directive and align your actions and responses accordingly, often creating barriers where none should exist. Now, think about how empowering this can be. If your subconscious mind simply follows the thoughts and beliefs you consciously choose to dwell on, then by changing your conscious thinking, you can reshape the automatic patterns of your subconscious. This means that through deliberate, positive thinking, you can program your subconscious mind to support your highest goals, leading you toward the success, health, and fulfillment you desire. Consider the power of your inner dialogue. How often do you catch yourself thinking things like, "I can't do this," or "I'm just not good enough for that"? Every time these thoughts cross your mind, they are like instructions sent to your subconscious, instructing it to create an inner reality where these limitations exist. But the reverse is also true. By consciously choosing thoughts like, "I can do this," or "I'm capable of achieving great things," you feed your subconscious positive, empowering directives. Over time, these instructions shape the automatic behaviors and responses that lead to success. This is why paying attention to your inner dialogue is so essential. The thoughts you repeat, whether consciously or unconsciously, become the blueprint for your subconscious to follow. Imagine how much more effective your subconscious mind could be if it were filled with empowering, constructive beliefs. You have the ability to consciously choose the thoughts that will build your future, and your subconscious will do the heavy lifting to make those thoughts a reality. Changing the programming of your subconscious is not an overnight process. It requires consistent, deliberate effort. But with persistence, you can reprogram old, limiting beliefs into ones that are aligned with your desires and goals. Start small by replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to do that," stop and replace it with, "I am fully capable of achieving my goals." The more you practice this, the more your subconscious mind will start aligning with these new beliefs, turning them into actions and results in your life. Your subconscious is like the engine room of a ship. It's where the real power resides, even though it's hidden from view. While your conscious mind might steer the ship, it is the energy and momentum of the subconscious that carries you forward. By learning to harness the power of this unseen force, you can direct it to work in harmony with your deepest desires. With focused, conscious thought, you can unleash the immense power of your subconscious mind to create the life you've always envisioned. Chapter 3. Victims of ignorance and suggestion. Are you in control? Pause and reflect. Are your thoughts truly your own, or have they been shaped by the influences of society, the media, and those around you? You have the power to reclaim control over your mind and consciously create your own beliefs. In a world where information bombards us from every direction, it's easy to forget just how vulnerable our minds can be to the power of suggestion. The ideas we absorb daily can either serve to uplift us or trap us in limiting beliefs. The question is, are you in control of your thoughts, or are you unconsciously allowing others to dictate the way you think? From the moment we wake up, we are surrounded by a constant stream of messages. Whether it's the news, social media, advertisements, or the conversations we overhear, every day we are exposed to countless suggestions about what we should believe, how we should act, and even how we should feel. While many of these influences may seem harmless, they often have a subtle yet powerful effect on our mindset and behavior. Without realizing it, we internalize the suggestions around us, and these suggestions begin to shape our reality. For example, think about the messages the media sends about success. We are constantly shown images of wealth, fame, and power as markers of what it means to be successful. If you're not careful, you may unconsciously adopt the belief that unless you achieve these outward signs of success, you have somehow failed. This external suggestion may cause feelings of inadequacy or frustration, even if deep down, what you truly value has nothing to do with material wealth or fame. This phenomenon extends to many areas of life, whether it's societal expectations about what makes a person attractive, beliefs about what is considered normal or abnormal, or even fears about failure or inadequacy. These suggestions can gradually infiltrate your mind. They may seem like your own thoughts, but in reality, they are simply reflections of the outside world. And the more you accept these suggestions without questioning them, the more they begin to control your thoughts and actions. But here's the good news: you are not powerless in the face of these influences. In fact, one of the most empowering steps you can take is to become aware of the external suggestions shaping your thoughts, and consciously choose what you allow into your mind. By developing an awareness of how external influences impact your thinking, you can reclaim control over your thoughts and ultimately over your life. Start by paying attention to your everyday schedule. Keep a careful eye on the media you watch, the discussions you have, and the places you spend time. Are they rife with self-doubt, fear, or negativity? Or are they full of constructive, upbeat messages? Observe how certain influences impact your attitude and state of mind. For instance, do you feel more content or nervous after using social media? Or do you feel more uplifted? Do you feel empowered and knowledgeable after viewing the news? Or do you feel helpless and overwhelmed? You can start making deliberate decisions about what you expose yourself to after you see these tendencies. Being cautious about the ideas and information you let permeate your thoughts is more important than cutting yourself off from the outside world or ignoring all forms of media. Questioning the messages you get is another habit you can develop. Consider whether this is in line with your ideals rather than just taking things at face value. Is this a true conviction of mine, or have I unwittingly taken it from someone else? An easy exercise to help you monitor and control these external influences is to take a media detox for a few days. During this time, avoid television, social media, and news outlets. Pay attention to how you feel without the constant flow of external suggestions. Do you notice a difference in your mood, energy, and mindset? This brief break can help reset your thoughts and give you a clearer sense of which external influences are truly serving you and which ones are not. By consciously choosing the thoughts you allow into your mind, you can break free from the subtle control of external suggestions. You can start building a mindset that reflects your own values, goals, and desires, not the expectations or beliefs imposed by society. The key is to reclaim ownership of your thoughts. Are your thoughts truly yours? By questioning the influences around you, you can ensure that the answer is yes. Chapter 4. Fear, the invisible barrier to your dreams. Fear is something we all encounter at different stages of life, and perhaps one of the most common is the fear of failure. It's a feeling that grips you just as you're about to take a risk, step outside your comfort zone, or pursue something meaningful. Whether it's the fear of not succeeding in your career, relationships, or personal goals, this fear has a remarkable ability to hold you back from reaching your full potential. What you might not realize is how much your thoughts of fear act as invisible chains, quietly steering your life in directions you never intended. Fear doesn't just reside in your mind, it shapes your actions. It's like a silent architect, building walls that prevent you from stepping into new opportunities. Thoughts of fear become self-fulfilling prophecies. When you constantly dwell on the possibility of failure, you subconsciously align your actions to ensure that failure happens. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated to pursue a dream or take a leap because the fear of what if was too strong? Perhaps you told yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "this will never work." These thoughts are powerful forces, and they direct your subconscious mind to create the very reality you fear. When fear dominates your thinking, you limit your own growth. Each fearful thought becomes like a seed, planting doubt, hesitation, and avoidance in your mind. Eventually, you stop pursuing your dreams, not because they are impossible, but because fear has convinced you that they are. The tragic irony is that fear often distorts reality. It takes a single negative outcome and magnifies it, making it seem more likely than it truly is. Instead of moving forward, fear causes you to shrink back, robbing you of the chance to even try. But here's the truth. Fear is not an unconquerable force. It's simply a thought, a pattern that can be replaced. When you understand that your mind is constantly shaping your reality, you realize that the thoughts you entertain are the real power. If fear can shape your life in one direction, imagine what could happen if you replace those fearful thoughts with empowering ones. By shifting the mental dialogue from fear to possibility, you open the door to breakthroughs that were once blocked by self-doubt. One of the most transformative steps you can take is to recognize when fear is dictating your thoughts and begin to change the narrative. Instead of allowing fearful thoughts to run unchecked, you can consciously choose new, empowering ones. If the fear of failure tells you, "I'm not capable of succeeding," replace it with, "I have the ability to learn and grow from every experience." If fear whispers, "This will never work," replace it with, "I am creating opportunities for success." Reframing your fears is a powerful practice. It shifts the focus from what could go wrong to what could go right, from limitations to possibilities. This change in perspective doesn't just silence fear, it awakens confidence and creativity, empowering you to act on your dreams with courage and determination. The more you practice this mental shift, the more natural it becomes to replace fear with thoughts of strength and potential. Now take a moment to reflect on your own life. What is the biggest fear that holds you back? Is it the fear of failure, rejection, or perhaps the fear of the unknown? Whatever it may be, write it down. Acknowledge it for what it is, a thought that has been shaping your actions. Once you've identified your fear, challenge yourself to reframe it in positive terms. Instead of fearing failure, embrace the idea that every setback is a learning opportunity. Instead of fearing rejection, remind yourself that you are worthy of pursuing your dreams, no matter the outcome. This simple yet powerful act of reframing your fears can spark a profound shift in your life. As you train your mind to replace fear with empowering thoughts, you will begin to see your dreams as not only possible, but within reach. Fear may always be present, but it doesn't have to control you. You have the power to rewrite the story of your life, one thought at a time. The next time fear arises, ask yourself, will I let this thought build a barrier, or will I choose to break through and embrace the possibilities ahead? By challenging your fears and shifting your mindset, you can transform fear from an obstacle into a stepping stone, paving the way for the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 5. The Attraction of Thought. Like attracts like. What are you attracting to your life? Have you ever considered that your thoughts act like magnets, silently attracting people, circumstances, and events that align with the energy you project? The concept of like attracts like is more than just a feel-good idea. It's a powerful truth about how the mind shapes reality. Just as a magnet pulls in objects within its field, your thoughts, whether positive or negative, are constantly drawing experiences into your life that mirror their nature. Imagine your mind as a broadcasting station, sending out signals into the world. Every thought you entertain sends out vibrations, which in turn attract similar energies back to you. When you dwell on positive, constructive thoughts, you naturally attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with those vibrations. Conversely, if your mind is filled with doubt, fear, or negativity, you'll find that life tends to echo those same feelings, presenting obstacles and challenges that reinforce what you already believe. To illustrate this, consider the story of Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty and faced with unimaginable hardships, Oprah could have easily been consumed by negative thoughts and allowed them to define her future. Instead, she chose to focus on a vision of success, growth, and contribution. Throughout her journey, she practiced positive thinking, visualizing a life where she was not only free from struggle, but thriving in her purpose. Her thoughts of possibility, abundance, and purpose attracted opportunities that aligned with her vision. People were drawn to her energy, and doors opened that led her from local radio jobs to becoming one of the most influential figures in the world. Oprah's story shows how cultivating the right thoughts can transform even the most challenging circumstances into pathways to success. What's happening in your life right now? Are the people and opportunities you're encountering in alignment with your goals, dreams, and values, or are they reinforcing feelings of frustration, stagnation, or doubt? If you take a moment to reflect, you might start to notice a pattern. The thoughts you entertain most often, whether they are empowering or disempowering, are directly influencing what you attract. When your mind is focused on success, abundance, and growth, you naturally draw experiences and people that support and amplify those outcomes. But when your thoughts are clouded by negativity or self-doubt, it's as if life brings more of the same, as if reflecting back the energy you are emitting. This is why it's so crucial to become conscious of your inner dialogue. What kind of thoughts do you tend to repeat throughout the day? Are they filled with hope and confidence, or are they weighed down by fear and uncertainty? The reality is that whatever you focus on mentally will begin to manifest in your external world. If you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," you may start to notice that people treat you as such, and opportunities slip through your fingers. On the other hand, if you believe, "I am capable of achieving great things," you'll find that more doors open and people begin to recognize your potential. Now let's take this concept a step further and make it personal. Take a moment to observe the people and situations currently showing up in your life. Are you surrounded by individuals who inspire and uplift you, or are there more draining, negative influences around you? Do the opportunities you encounter align with your highest goals, or do they seem to fall short of what you truly desire? This simple observation exercise can reveal the types of thoughts you've been holding in your mind. If the patterns in your life aren't what you want, it's time to look inward and examine the thoughts that may be drawing them to you. To experiment with this concept, try a thought experiment over the next week. Pay attention to your thoughts and the energy behind them. Are you focusing on lack, fear, or frustration? Or are you visualizing success, joy, and abundance? Then, notice how the people, situations, and opportunities you encounter reflect those thoughts. This exercise can serve as a powerful reminder of how much influence your thoughts have over your reality. Remember, your mind is like a magnet, constantly attracting experiences that mirror its energy. By consciously choosing thoughts of growth, abundance, and positivity, you align yourself with the opportunities and people that support those outcomes. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about training your mind to focus on the reality you want to create. So, what are you attracting into your life today? Chapter 6. Health and Thought, a Deeper Connection. Your thoughts could be making you sick or healthy. What if the state of your health wasn't determined solely by genetics or external factors, but by something far more subtle, your thoughts? This idea might sound surprising, but it's rooted in an undeniable truth. The mind and body are deeply interconnected. The thoughts you entertain daily, the emotions you cultivate, and the beliefs you hold all play a profound role in determining the quality of your health. In fact, your thoughts may either be working in your favor, promoting vitality and well-being, or working against you, slowly undermining your physical health. The connection between thoughts and health is more direct than most people realize. Emotions such as anxiety, resentment, and negativity don't just affect your mood, they also manifest physically. Chronic stress, for instance, is known to elevate cortisol levels, which weakens the immune system, disrupts sleep, and can even lead to conditions like heart disease and high blood pressure. Similarly, harboring feelings of anger or resentment can create tension in the body, leading to headaches, digestive issues, and muscle pain. When your mind is consumed with negative emotions, your body is constantly in a state of fight or flight, which drains your energy and wears down your physical health over time. However, positive, forgiving, and peaceful thoughts might have the opposite impact. Positive feelings and thoughts have been demonstrated to reduce stress, strengthen the immune system, and advance general health. A mental atmosphere that promotes healing and balance in the body is created when you surround yourself with thoughts of appreciation, joy, and love. It's no accident that those who keep a cheerful outlook frequently report fewer illnesses and quicker recuperation from surgery or injuries. What the mind believes is reflected in the body. The relationship between the mind and body is reciprocal. Your body's natural homeostasis may be upset if you are thinking about fear, worry, or negativity all the time. However, your body reacts by establishing the conditions required for health when you intentionally change your thinking toward tranquility, satisfaction, and well-being. In addition to improving your mood, positive thinking lets your body know it's safe to start the healing and repair process. So how can you start using this strong link to enhance your health? Including a daily positive affirmation practice centered on health and well-being is one of the best strategies. Affirmations are straightforward but effective statements that assist in rewiring your brain to think more positively. They act as subliminal reminders that you are capable of healing and being well. Saying, "I am healthy, strong, and full of vitality," or "My body is in perfect harmony and I am thriving," are two examples of how you could begin your day. Despite their apparent simplicity, these affirmations can have a significant influence. They start to change your perspective when you repeat them often, allowing positive ideas to take hold and displace negative ones. You might eventually begin to observe changes in both your bodily and mental well-being. You'll discover that stress levels drop, the body gets more resilient, and even chronic illnesses could get better. This is the manifestation of the power of thinking. Try integrating your affirmations with meditation or deep breathing to increase the effectiveness of this exercise. Close your eyes and take deep, slow breaths as you repeat your affirmations, letting your body and mind unwind completely. Imagine your body in optimal condition, devoid of stress or disease. By doing this, you are strengthening the mental conviction that your body can recover and flourish, and your body will react appropriately. Think of this as a personal experiment if you're not convinced. Spend a few minutes every morning for the next week, repeating a set of health-related positive statements. At the end of the week, note your emotional and physical well-being. You might be shocked to learn how much your well-being can improve with just this minor mental adjustment. In the end, there is no denying the link between your mental state and your physical well-being. You are actively influencing your physical health by making the decision to think good, life-affirming ideas. Your mind tells your body what to believe. What messages are your mind sending to your body today, then? Are they preventing you from reaching your optimal level of health, or are they encouraging healing and vitality? The power is in your mind, and you have the choice. Chapter 7. Mastering Life, the Key to Happiness and Success. By mastering your thoughts, you master your life. The key to contentment, prosperity, and pleasure is contained in this straightforward but potent phrase. Your reality is made up of the thoughts you choose to entertain, which are more than just passing notions. You may change your life in remarkable ways when you learn to take charge of your thoughts and channel them toward growth, positivity, and purpose. We've looked at how your thoughts shape your reality, impacting everything from the situations you face to the caliber of your relationships, well-being, and accomplishments. You can use your mind to create the life you want, just like an artist uses a brush to create a masterpiece. Realizing that you are not a passive participant in your life is the first step toward achieving this mastery. Instead, by taking charge of your mental environment, you can actively influence your destiny. Thought control begins with awareness. Many people live their lives unaware of the constant stream of thoughts passing through their minds. They let their thoughts wander unchecked, allowing negativity, doubt, or fear to dominate their internal dialogue. These thoughts, left unmanaged, create a reality filled with limitations, obstacles, and dissatisfaction. But when you become aware of your thoughts, when you recognize that you have the power to choose what you focus on, you unlock the door to personal transformation. Take a moment to reflect on the key concepts we've covered. First, we've seen that thoughts are magnetic. They attract similar thoughts, people, and circumstances into your life. By cultivating positive, empowering thoughts, you can attract success, opportunities, and relationships that align with your highest goals. This principle is at the heart of the like attracts like concept, which shows us that our inner world shapes the outer one. We've also delved into the idea that fear, when left unchecked, becomes a powerful barrier to growth. Fearful thoughts, whether they are about failure, rejection, or inadequacy, act as self-fulfilling prophecies. When you entertain these thoughts, you give them the power to create a reality of limitations. But the good news is that just as you can allow fear to control your life, you can also choose to replace those fears with thoughts of strength, confidence, and resilience. As you do, your reality will begin to reflect the boldness and courage within you. Moreover, we've explored the connection between your thoughts and your health. The mind and body are deeply intertwined, with your thoughts playing a critical role in your physical well-being. Negative emotions such as stress, resentment, and anxiety take a toll on your body, while thoughts of peace, joy, and positivity promote healing and vitality. By mastering your thoughts, you not only shape your external circumstances, but also support your physical and emotional health. At last, we see that the subconscious is a strong force that follows the directives from the conscious mind. You may design a life that is full of abundance, love, and purpose by continuously feeding your subconscious with empowering and positive ideas. The subconscious mind just acts on your deepest beliefs without questioning them. As a result, it's critical to deliberately select ideas that support the life you wish to build. How, therefore, do you start to master your ideas and, consequently, your life? Small intentional measures are taken at the beginning of the procedure. Consciously substituting one good thought for one negative one every day is one of the best strategies to take charge of your thoughts. This small action could lead to significant transformation. Say, "I am fully capable of achieving this goal," whenever you find yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to do this." Change your attention to an idea that gives you more strength when you find yourself wallowing in self-doubt or fear. You may progressively rewire your mind to focus on growth, opportunity, and positivity by forming this as a regular habit. Thinking in ways that promote your objectives and aspirations becomes more natural the more you practice. You'll eventually see how your thoughts start to influence your behavior, which in turn influences your reality. Being in charge of every situation outside of your control is not the goal of mastering your life. It's about becoming an expert at the one thing you can actually control: your thoughts. You take control of your destiny when you deliberately choose beliefs that are empowering and positive. You take control of your own reality and cease being a victim of circumstances. Take the first step now. Select one negative idea and swap it out for a positive one. Then see how this tiny act of mental control starts to affect every aspect of your life. Success, fulfillment, and happiness are not far-off objectives. Rather, they are within your grasp and are influenced by the ideas you choose to cultivate. Here you have the key. If you can control your ideas, you can control your life. Conclusion. Start now. It's in your hands. Your current thoughts have an impact on your future. What are you going to make? At the heart of everything we've looked at is one question. You now know that your daily ideas have the ability to influence your life, your reality, your health, and your success. Your future is determined by the ideas you choose to keep in mind, not by luck or circumstance. Every moment offers a chance to change your perspective in favor of development, optimism, and purpose. The lesson is straightforward. You are in control of your own change and are not dependent on outside factors. It all starts with controlling your ideas, whether your goal is greater success, better health, or more happiness. Like a garden, your mind will grow whatever seeds you sow. Your reality will be shaped by the seeds of uncertainty, fear, and negativity that you plant. However, if you sow seeds of optimism, self-assurance, and hope, you will grow a life that embodies those very traits. One of the most empowering adventures you can take is the challenge of thought mastery, which calls for intention and perseverance. You'll notice a change in the opportunities, people, and experiences that come your way, as well as in how you feel as you begin to deliberately choose thoughts that support the life you want. At first, the change may be gradual, but with time, your inner world will start to show itself in your outside world in strong, noticeable ways. Consider the boundless possibilities that arise when you master your mind. If you regularly focused your thoughts on constructive, optimistic ideas, just think of what you could accomplish. There are countless options, and you can access them all. Thus, get started right away. Start by identifying the ideas that have been preventing you from moving forward. Change them out for ideas that would make you feel stronger and more positive. Accept the challenge of mastering your thoughts, knowing that you are creating a more promising and satisfying future with each constructive idea. See how your life starts to change in ways you never imagined. You already have the ability to make a difference. What are you going to make? The way you think today will determine the solution.